Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Elina, 8 years old, with sparkling eyes and a heart overflowing with imagination. She loved to draw animals, colorful houses, but most of all, she loved to draw happiness. Lately, her mother Claire had been falling ill often. She spent her days in her room, too tired to go out, too weak to smile like before. Elina didn't understand everything, but she felt that something was wrong. The laughter of the past had been replaced by silence, and even the walls of the house seemed sadder. One morning, while the sky was gray, Elina had an idea. She took her crayons, sat by the window, and began to draw the most beautiful sun she had ever imagined. A huge golden sun, surrounded by flowers, birds, and butterflies. And in the middle of the drawing, she drew a mother holding the hand of a little girl. Both were smiling, their eyes lifted toward the sky. At the top of the page, in her childlike handwriting, she wrote, "So you never forget to smile, even when it rains." Before leaving for school, she gently placed the drawing on her mother's bedside table. Then, like every morning, she kissed her on the forehead. "I love you, Mom," her mother replied in a soft voice. "I love you too, my treasure." That evening, when Elina came home, it was already dark. The light in her mother's room was off. In the living room, her father was waiting, his eyes red. He held her in his arms. Without saying a word, she understood her mother was gone forever. In the days that followed, Elina stopped drawing. Her crayons stayed in their box, silent, as if the colors themselves had lost their shine. But one evening, her father came into her room with a small frame in his hands. It was the drawing. He gently placed it on the table and said, "Greater than." You know, it's the last thing she looked at before closing her eyes. She smiled when she saw it. Elina remained silent, her heart tight. Then she looked up at her father and asked, "Do you think she still sees my drawings, wherever she is?" Her father smiled sadly. "I believe she sees everything you do, and she smiles every time." The next day, Elina took a large blank sheet, pulled out all her crayons, and began to draw again. Not to forget her mother, no, but to keep talking to her through colors. Years passed. Elina grew up, and so did her talent. She became a renowned artist. In each of her exhibitions, among the colorful paintings, there was always, hidden somewhere, a little sun, the one she had drawn for her mother long ago. And whenever someone asked her why, she simply replied, "Because a drawing can save a smile, and a smile sometimes can save a heart." Even the smallest gestures, when they come from the heart, can light up someone's life forever. Never underestimate the power of simple, sincere love. If this video touched you, leave a like to support the message. Share it with someone who needs a little light in their day. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next inspiring stories. And tell me in the comments, what's the simplest but most precious thing someone has ever given you?